There are a handful of people who are like not allowed to die, and she's sort of one of them.
Yeah.
Child actor, got into drugs, never saw his 35th birthday or whatever. I get that. Dolly Parton's just been there.
Well, here we are, the first day in a world without Dolly Parton, and it's a world I'd rather not be in. She was about the only thing we all could agree on. No scandals, no bad press, beloved by everyone. Some kind words were said about her in this clip from the Adam Carolla Show from today's episode with Jack Osborne. At the end of this video, we also take a look at Gavin Newsom's Sacramento house, which he put on the market, and I think Dollywood has less square footage. And don't forget, you can catch Adam and I on the road this Friday. We are in Tampa together, plus September 11th and 12th. We'll both be at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club in Las Vegas, and a lot of separate dates as well. Check out our websites. You can find it in the description below. Enjoy this clip from the Adam Carolla Show. An absolute treasure is now gone. Dolly Parton, her death comes as a sudden and unexpected shock to those closest to her, even though people in her inner circle knew she had been sick. Sources familiar with the situation tell TMZ that when loved ones learned Dolly had been hospitalized last week and wasn't doing well, they began to rush to Nashville to be by her side. She died Tuesday morning at Vanderbilt University Medical Center in Nashville. Dolly had dealt with health complications in recent months, including immune system and digestive issues, kidney stones, and medication-related problems.
How old was she?
80.
80 straight up.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely, there are a handful of people who are like not allowed to die, and she's sort of one of them.
Yeah.
You know, she's just a perennial. She should just always be there, you know?
Yeah.
There are certain people where you get it, that kid was a, child actor, got into drugs, never saw his 35th birthday or whatever. I get that. Dolly Parton's just been there, always, all the time. But the good news is all people do is talk about how great she is.
Yeah.
That's all they do.
You'll never hear anybody say anything bad. She has a book club for children that my mom had signed up for like my kids, the nephews and nieces. And even though they're all older now, she still gets the books, gives them out to kids around the town just because, Dolly is such a huge, important part of her life. So it's too bad. This is a video that this is her nephew, who she basically employed the entire family. He was the head of security. This obviously was something that they had put out. He had recorded maybe a couple of months ago, but this is the video they put out this morning.
Hey everyone, my name is Brian Seaver, son of Cassie Parton, and I'm representing the Parton and Owens family today, announcing the passing of my Aunt Dolly Rebecca Parton Dean, sister, sis, Aunt Granny to one generation and Gigi to the next. This video announcement is something Dolly asked of me years ago, before I fully absorbed it as a future reality. As her head of security for more than 2 decades, a role my father Larry held before me, I have imagined the heaviness of this moment, but haven't truly felt it until now. It is an honor that is mixed with absolute pride and great sadness. But sadness lies with us, not with Dolly. Dolly has lived in the light and is in the arms of Jesus, surely met by Carl, her parents, and countless others who have watched her and longed for her to meet them in the heavens. I first went on the road with Dolly as a kid, getting a taste of the road life in the early 1980s. Dolly opened doors not just for me, but for her entire family to reach the potential we didn't even know was possible. Dolly also opened doors for generations of singers, songwriters, musicians, and dreamers from every walk of life and across every continent. By her example, we believed that anything was possible. She never saw a door she couldn't open, and the doors she opened made and changed history. My family and I have shared a lifetime of beautiful memories with Dolly, but so have you. She has always been on the television.
Yeah.
She'll be missed.
Yeah, she will. I called my girlfriend today. She was crying.
Girls love Dolly Parton.
Yeah, was losing her mind about it. And she was saying, I grew up with Dolly. I had so many great memories. Our family, they were all big fans. They went and saw her. And I said, well, if she taught you one thing, it's to not have a 9 to 5. And she's like, now is not the time for jokes. And I was like, Dolly would find that joke funny. That's a good joke. Because if you don't know, my girlfriend hasn't had a job in like a decade. So that's a good joke.
Yeah. Great songwriter, great voice.
Yeah.
And appreciated more in her later years, I would say.
Could you imagine being at Dollywood today?
Oh, my
it must have
God.
been devastating when that news came out. Awful.
Oh, my God.
Gavin Newsom lists his sprawling mansion for $7.5 million. It comes with a 5,000 bottle wine cellar and a personal wellness oasis. Governor Newsom and his wife, Jennifer, are trying to offload this. This listing comes as yet another signal that Newsom really is preparing for a presidential run in 2028, with political pundits suggesting owning too many lavish homes wouldn't appeal to mainstream Americans.
I had the weird thought the other day when I was like, God, I was standing around in my living room and I thought, thank God you were actually poor growing up. Everybody has to pretend now and has to create some bullshit story of poverty. I mean, he does that single mom, hard scrabble bullshit. His answer, Andrew, for that SAT question is worth a visit, which is there. Look, I've said this a million times. There are politicians, Adam Schiff, all right, dicey, liar, bullshit artist, fine. Nancy Pelosi, fucking liar, bullshit artist, whatever. Games the stock market. She's a rich person, whatever, who pretends to worry about the kids. And Kamala Harris and whatever you think of her, Pete Buttigieg or whatever you think of him. But by the way, Jim Jordan on the other side, whatever you think of these people. But I don't say there's something wrong with them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's something wrong with Gavin Newsom. And I don't know if he's high, like he's like microdosing or something, but he is at a library doing some event and some reporter says to him basically, all these professors from the UC system of 1,000 have all signed this letter saying your lack of standard testing and dropping SATs and all that shit is basically hurt the incoming class. Like, they're no good anymore. We need to bring back standardized testing. By the way, every idea they have just ends up as a shit show. Get rid of the test, not enough black kids are making it into Berkeley. Well, then get rid of the SATs. Mm-hmm. Everything is, that kid's morbidly obese. Throw away the scale. That's their approach to everything, and none of it ever works. It's sort of like, Mexico. Every once in a while, it'd be like 10 million pesos for a taco, and it's like, well, print more pesos. That's going to solve this problem. No, it makes it worse. Listen to his answer and tell me if it makes any sense, and watch his body movement and listen to him laugh. He also laughs wildly inappropriately. Here we go.
You may have seen there's this open letter going around where 1,000 or more professors in the UC system are raising alarms about what they see as, in some cases, a severe lack of preparedness among college students who are heading into calculus and other advanced courses.
Have a private conversation out loud?
But I did want to get your position on what they're calling for.
Okay, what's so funny?
Yeah.
What's so funny? Why is he laughing? Why is it garnering a laugh? He's moving like the lead singer of the Spin Doctors, and he's laughing. All right, she's saying test scores, professors are saying these students aren't prepared, and they shouldn't be here, and they're failing, and we all want you to change this, because now we're getting results of your bad ideas. And that's met with a big laugh, and with some weird kind of body movement. Mm-hmm. But all right, let's hear his answer.
But I did want to get your position on what they're calling for. They're saying that, the system needs to reinstate standardized testing as a part of admissions. So I wanted to get your position on that.
We all have.
All right, hold on. He's taking his hand and he's shooing her away. Mm-hmm. He's going, scat, bitch. Like, he pulled his hand out and he's flipping it at her. Like, and we all have different opinions. All right, what's your opinion? You're the governor. Should we bring back standardized testing? So say the professors. Here we go.
The system needs to reinstate standardized testing as a part of admissions. So I wanted to get your position on that.
We all have our own perspective on this, and they could speak for their thought on their. You could say what you think.
We're asking you, dude. We're asking you. What do you think?
I've said it, of course, last 6 months. I think it's an important discussion and debate. I'm open argument, interested in evidence. Show me the data.
What data?
Feelings
Hold
about
on.
This.
1,000 professors signed an open letter saying it's not working out. Now respond to that. What data? By the way, I think we all know what the data is when you stop testing for everything. If you stop testing at barber colleges, haircuts would get worse. But okay, here we go.
6 months. I think it's an important discussion and debate. I'm open argument, interested evidence. Show me the data. I have feelings about this.
What are they?
There's anecdotes about this.
What are they?
But I want to see the data. And I made that point at the Regenta
Hold
level.
on, pause. We're asked what your feelings were. We want to know what your take was. You have feelings. You said you have feelings about it. Tell us about your feelings.
I think it's an important discussion and debate. I'm open argument, interested evidence. Show me the data. I have feelings about this. There's anecdotes about this. But I want to see the data. And I made that point at the Regenta level, at the UCs, talked to the president and talked to a member of the board, and expressed that point of view, not just publicly, but also privately as well. And so the data needs to bear out the ultimate determination on this. But again, there's some contra data that's coming out and suggesting different things, and that's where.
All right, hold on. There's other data saying that stopping testing and standardized testing helps students prepare better for college. There is?
Yeah.
What other data are we talking about, Newsom? Newsom, you were asked a fucking question, you coward. And it took 20 minutes not answering a question. This guy, there is something wrong with Gavin Newsom. There's something wrong with him. He's not even, people go, oh, he's a slick politician. If you're retarded, if you're a normal person, you're going, this guy just took 20 minutes not answering a simple, basic question that we all know the answer to.
Yeah.
And the data is the 1,000 professors. Sorry, play it out. I'm sorry.
Different things, and that's where I leads to my.
I'll say a word or two, but just I think the first thing to understand is that bringing a test back may happen or may not.
All right. Everyone feels satisfied? You got your answer. Hey, for breakfast tomorrow, I may eat a Denver omelet or I may not.
Yeah.